At 40 days, this is the longest US federal government shutdown in American history. But there's a glimmer of hope that this may end soon. A deal to reopen the government seems within the reach, with the US Senate advancing a bipartisan funding measure. Now here's where things stand. The Senate has voted to move forward on a stopgap spending package with support from both the Republicans and the Democrats. The proposal would fund the government until January 2026, giving lawmakers time to negotiate a full-year budget. The deal also includes provisions to restore food aid funding and release back pay for federal workers. Now, this proposal still needs to pass a final vote and get President Trump's signature, but reports suggest that a framework has largely been agreed upon. However, even if the shutdown ends this week, the impact has already been deep and far-reaching. Air travel was one of the first to take a hit. The FAA cut around 10% of flights at major airports due to staff shortages, causing thousands of delays and cancellations. Just this Sunday, over 3,000 flights were cancelled and over 10,000 delayed. The shutdown has also hit around 750,000 federal employees hard. 500,000 of them faced furloughs and the rest have been working without pay. Many have missed 2 paychecks and have had to fall back on savings, credit cards or food banks to get by. Now, the SNAP food aid program, which helps 40 million Americans, ran dangerously low on funds. And across the country, federal services from national parks to passport offices either shut down or slowed to a crawl. Even small businesses which depend on government contracts have seen payments frozen and projects have been stalled. The larger economic fallout has also been brutal. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that the shutdown could cost the US between $7 to $14 billion in lost output. Treasury officials warn that quarterly growth could fall by half. This means that even if the government reopens this week, a significant portion of the damage from missed spending, halted projects and unpaid contracts cannot be fully recovered. So what led to this situation? Simply put, the Republicans and the Democrats could not agree on how government funds should be spent before the October 1 deadline. The biggest disagreement was on healthcare subsidies under the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare. Republicans said the subsidies were too high and should be scaled back. Democrats disagreed. So when the Republican-led House passed a funding bill without those subsidies, the Democrat-controlled Senate blocked it. So when the new American fiscal year began on the 1st of October, the government had to legally shut down. Now, 40 days later, experts say that even if a deal is pushed through, the recovery will not be instant. Federal agencies will need to clear backlogs, restart paused projects, and resume hiring and training programs. Nor will all the losses be made up, nor is the new bill a permanent solution. It will keep the US government funded at pre-shutdown levels through January 2026. But unless a full budget is not passed by the House and the Senate, we could see another shutdown in January.
Thank you for watching CNBC TV18. For all our top stories and news updates, follow us on our social media platforms.